Okay, hey everybody. I want to make an update video to show you some of the stuff that's happened off camera yesterday. It was yesterday. I started messing around, trying to get the rest of my Hellstone together, so I can get the full set of armor. I didn't want you guys to have to sit and watch the boringness of my farming Hellstone after making, 3 or 4 freaking videos about it. So I went ahead and grabbed all the rest of the Hellstone I needed and made my gear, my Hellstone stuff, and I also made this really cool staff. Someone's a little imp dude. Pretty useful. Also, I had to get some iron together because I didn't feel quite right about the automatic obsidian generator that I had shown you before. Something was wrong with it. I've made it before, right? But it's been a few updates since I actually made one this complex. And, well, not really complex, but this massive. And it used to be all you needed was a bucket, and that's it. You could just sit at the top and just fill it with a bucket, and that's it. But the updates, some of the water, like the liquid coating has been changed, so it doesn't multiply so easily with a bucket. For example, the water moves too fast now. But you could still do it with these little things. And I was trying to do it with that one. I was like, man, this is taking forever. It's 20 minutes before it started actually beginning to fill. And I was just like, man, this is crazy. And I edited it out. We talked about it in the comments, but I wanted to do an update video showing my redesign of it. And I went through it and I was like, I know there's another way to do this because I've done it before. And this is it. This is the redesign. Now, the way this works is you prime it by giving it one good shove of lava, and then it'll stream down. The reason why it does this is because as it's streaming down, it's counting like 3 or 4 blocks worth as each individual, a single bucket. But you get it to go down, right? And it drips, and as it drips, you get more and more. It sort of multiplies itself as it strings along and then drips down. These two are here to collect the tiny amount that's right there and count it as a full another bucket that's pouring out of here. So it's 1 bucket, 2 bucket, and then, of course, the continual feed. So when you prime it, once it gets to the point where it begins to drip on these platforms, you would just completely turn it on. Right here would be a good spot. That way, these two on the top begin to work. As you can see, they're pulling it in, but it's still able to drip off the sides. But they're pulling in those 2 blocks worth, it'll count as a bucket when it finally gets out of here. If you look, it's pushing out a lot, even though it's pulling in a little. And left to its own design, this probably, I bet you in maybe 5 to 10 minutes, this room can be full. It's a lot faster. So, you'll notice I also started with 1 full block's worth, and I've got them housed so that they don't ever get fully submerged. And that's because you don't want it pulling it in too fast, because in this area up here it just fills up too quickly, and it bogs the machine down. But this is the general idea. Right here is where I would load it with lava if I wanted to load it with lava from a bucket to get it primed, So, that's the new design. I've also got a separate design for water. Oh, I also have these over here. This is just to make it easier in case I don't have a bucket of lava on me. I got some nearby. Water nearby. Of course, we know that I'm trying to get rid of all this water down here. So I've got this set up to go up there right now. Oh, I guess I should show you some of the wiring, huh? The wiring is pretty self-explanatory, actually. It's very basic. As you can see, just straight through each machine, and that's it. That's all there needs to be. And then on the water side, I've got it set up to drain water down here. But honestly, I've gotten almost 1,000 obsidian out of this thing now trying to get it right. And in that whole time, this water level has not dropped at all. So I don't really know if it's even necessary to have a water side anymore. But normally, the way I would do the water side is 1 pump goes here, 1 pump goes here, and then the outtake goes here. That's the way I would do it. And then, of course, you have the button right there that turns it on. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see how long it takes to fill. Alright, so, other things I wanted to update you on would be this over here. which is new. This is a slime farm. When you turn on, it's not very fast right now, just fast enough to give me a few pieces of gel here and there. You could be getting a hell of a lot of gel, like really fast. But it's great for gel. Gel is great because it gives me sticky bombs. I use the gel. I always keep a nice large stock on me to make regular bombs into sticky bombs. And I keep a nice supply of those because it's easy mining. And it's real simple. You got your bomb statue or two, like I do. And then you just make your sticky bombs. They can be made on the fly, which is nice. So yeah, slime generator. Totally worth it. It can be used as a money farm, but it's not a very valuable one because 500 only sells for 5 silver. I mean, that's not much. You could probably get 100 in less than a minute doing it this way, but it's not going to be very. It's not as good as as these are. Have been anyway for those necklaces for sure. But I mean, if that's all you have, at least you can use it as a money farm. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to turn this thing off and see how much of it is actually full. See what the level is at now. You remember where we started. It was just that one strip right there. So actually it looks like in 5 minutes it almost completely quadrupled its actual volume. So there you have it. 5 minutes, and I filled it up a quarter of the way to the top, easily. So, you know, this is the most efficient model that I think I've ever been able to come up with. This is the one I built a while back ago. I just couldn't remember how to do it. I had to sit and dick with it for a while. But I wanted you guys to see this, because it's better than the one I showed you on Monday. If you come up with your own design, let me know, because I'd be interested. If you can come up with something more efficient, definitely take a screenshot and I'll try it out, because I'm interested in that. But anyway, I leave you with the redesigned lava chamber.